So. So Adam, how's it feel to finish in second place? It doesn't work. I mean,
I think we're back though.
that's all right. There's going to be an unedited, like this is the box set, unreleased cut that only the original five can see. So
Nice.
Are we recording the Zoom too?
Recording everything, yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah, sorry, everybody.
I
My
do see
internet's
we're
usually
live.
extremely reliable. I don't know why I decided to pick now to go out, but
All right, we're back.
Yeah.
We're back. I see us. People are back. A couple people are back.
Okay.
Thanks, KDog350. We're back. All right. We'll try to edit this together. There was an epic slam Dano threw at Adam. It was like Adam was ahead and Dano hit an around to win the game there. And that just crashed the internet, I guess. And
yeah, it was an internet glitch. That's why we suddenly cut out. Yep. Internet glitch.
With that lag, huh? Live my butt. Yeah. Beth, people are still asking for national anthem. Just saying. People are asking for an update on Travis Demur. Don't worry, we will talk to Travis. You'll see more Travis. I kind of forget where we were. So let's just go into some general questions.
Well, let's talk
question
anthem.
I asked.
Let's talk anthem.
Well, I'm assuming we'll do the anthem at the Worlds.
Well, how do you enjoy that? Like, what's that process like? Is it extremely nerve-wracking? Tell us about your anthem experience.
I mean, singing the anthem's always hard. It's one of the most difficult songs in the English language, from what I understand. Like second only to a couple of Adele tunes. It's fun to do. That vibrato's natural, by the way. It's really nice to be able to like say that in public. That vibrato, I actually have gone to voice coaches and been like, hey, let's smooth this out. And the response is always why. So, it's mine and y'all can, yeah. But yeah, the rest of the comments have been very positive. So we'll be doing an anthem. And I will see what I can do about the vibrato.
So I got a question for Beth regarding anthems. I have heard, Adam, that you talked about that there's a guy in either Australia or New Zealand that's doing a GoFundMe about flying out to RFA headquarters. Yeah. If that happens, if we do make this an official,
I'll sing Matilda. Title, yeah, of course. Nice, you gotta. Like if they come from Canada, we'll do Oh Canada. Like we gotta show respect.
Okay, just making sure.
Hell yeah.
If we get enough nationalities, the beginning of the tournament's going to take like an hour. That's just cranking out.
I will learn them all to the best of my abilities. Yeah. I can't get
pronunciation. Is a professional.
Yeah,
I think you need to figure out how to do a mashup at that point. How many languages can you speak?
That'd be great.
That's a good question.
How many languages can you fake?
That's
right. That's more than the original question for sure.
You just need to learn like a line or two on that, Beth.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, let me ask this to the group. Beth answered it. I guess I answered my own question a little bit too. What is your favorite roof ball memory? It can involve you. It can involve somebody else. What's that look like? Anybody?
Yeah, let me take this one. So, my favorite roof ball memory is, I think it was the 2009. So it would have been the 2009 RFA Cup, the one that's held in June. So I can't remember if it was the U.S. Open or the RFA Cup. It was over Dragon Boat weekend. And so for those not in Portland, the Dragon Boat Festival, it's the giant race. That's the end of the culmination of the Portland City Rose Festival. It's a two-day event to where Rob and I both participated in this festival here. And so first day is on Saturday. We ended up over qualifying for the actual championships on Sunday. And so we get there on Sunday, realize that we are in a division that our team should not be in. And so we know that we're going to be, kind of tune barbecue, so to speak. Getting there that day and then realizing that, hey, roof ball's going on that day. We had RSVP that we weren't going to be able to go. Get to the festival and realize, oh shit, we can do both. We can make a twofer here. we're gonna be able to play roof ball on the same day as as we're supposed to be racing for Dragon Boat Glory here. So we go out, we do our 2 races. Oh, we're bummed. We can't participate. That sucks that we lost. And immediately like rolling over to Beaverton as quick as we can to be able to show up and play roof ball that day. And it was awesome to be able to do, both events on the same day. And then be able to have, our hamburgers and cheeseburgers and hot dogs and, hanging out with Bob Willis and just be able to do everything all at once. And it was, that was great. That was probably my favorite roof ball memory outside of, beating Adam and not finishing second.
Yeah. All right, speaking of that, Derek, Bergshaw says, was that the one where you scored -4?
No, it was not. It was not.
That's
I think
awesome.
the -4 was right before that.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. The -4 would have been the 09 Worlds. Yeah.
All right, Rob,
Yeah.
same question to you. Now, Dano, you were part of Dano's story, so is that the same fond memory, or you were like, no, that sucked, I have something completely different?
No, that was a super awesome memory. It reminds me that I also have Dragon Boat medals and trophies too, if we want to throw more of those in the mix. But no, I remember we ran up to Root Ball and we competed in our Dragon Boat jerseys and stuff. We both had the same bright red Dragon Boat jersey at the time and rocked that. That was awesome. I think my favorite memory, I mean, it's not even finally winning my first tournament. That was awesome after being I don't know, like wild card champion, slipping through semifinalist of all time. But I think my favorite one is just doing the play by or the color commentary, and not even the 2008 one that is currently blowing up that everyone's watching and loving. That was great and it was a ton of fun. But even the ones before that, when we were just sort of messing around and just sort of videoing stuff, when it was Dano and I doing it together. Dano is one of the wittiest people that I know on the planet, and it was just a ton of fun to do that. And then to go back the next year, because I think that was a 2007 was when we started doing that, and then in 2008, actually making it a real production, and then sitting down next to Travis, who is already in the sports announcing world, doing some sports talk radio type stuff at that time. I'm not sure what else he was doing then, but I know he was really trying to make it a career. And now the guy is he's the play-by-play official radio guy for the Portland Trailblazers, and flies all their games, and awesome to see that. But then being able to be like, oh yeah, that was that guy's color man once upon a time. And it was all because Adam was like, hey, do you want to goof off in front of a camera? Try not to say the F word too many times. And I was like, yeah, I think I can do that. No guarantees, but I think I can do that. Yeah.
You can try to try.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up, because it's been a running comment throughout the people watching the videos and stuff is Rob being part of the commentary and stuff. So it's great. And Adam and I were talking before this call, like, okay, how are we going to do this next tournament? Who's going to be the announcers and stuff? And you're the big question mark right there. So if you can,
I would have done it for sure. And I will say I'll do it in future tournaments, as long as I don't have state championships or regionals or something like that.
Excellent. So Adam, I want to get the same thing from you, since you've seen everything that's ever happened in roofball. I want to hold that question, but Dano, I do have a question here on the live feed, and I know the answer to this, but I want to hear it from you. Has Dan ever won a championship being drunk?
Yes, and multiple.
There you go.
Well, I can say
I plan on cutting a part out of the 2000, I think, is World Championships, where you won, and then you had the greatest celebration I've ever seen. So stay tuned on the channel for that.
It's there. It's already there.
The whole thing's there. We're going to shorten it down. We're going to make a whole thing about just that celebration. It's going to be great. So appreciate that, Dan.
Is it going to be great? Really?
All right, Adam.
Undergrad Dano was a hot mess.
Adam,
Yes.
58 tournaments. How many throws have there been?
From me?
No. Just
Oh,
ever.
total.
Like, how many thousands of throws?
20,000, a little over 20,000, I think, total.
All right, 20,000 throws. What's your favorite thing that's happened in roofball?
Oh, I thought you were going to just ask about my career. My favorite thing ever. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it was the first time we had a full field event with all the cameras and just the barely controlled chaos. And I said at the end of when someone, I think one of those tournaments early on, I didn't win anything, and someone said, "Where's your trophy?" And I said, I just put my arms out and looked at everybody and said, "Dude, this is my trophy." If I never win anything in roofball again, but it grows to the point that hundreds, thousands of people are playing, watching, enjoying, that's so much more important to me than any of my individual success, which has been little. So it's good that I have something to fall back on.
All right. Well, thinking about that growth and what's happening here right now, as far as the explosion of interest, I'll say, where do you see roofball? Where do you want to take it in the next, let's say, a couple of years?
I mean, the biggest single thing, and it sounds silly, but we've only ever played basically within like 2 square blocks of Beaverton, except for 2 tournaments in Canby, Oregon, which for anybody that lives outside of Oregon is the same place. So, I mean, I'd love to have tournaments other places. I'd love to have people, yell at us if they got a roof and they got some people and they want to have an event. I'd love to see people from other states and other tournaments come to play in the World Championships and our other majors. I'd love to see more consistent broadcasting and more content and just general growth of the sport and people that are playing it and starting to build something that can be an organization that has bigger breadth than just my mom's roof. I guess it's the short answer.
Sorry, I got to cut in real quick. Adam, you mentioned that mom might call during the stream. She has in fact just texted, "Any news on the stream, question mark. Would you like me to call her and put her on speaker?"
I don't see why not. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Doing it. So guys, for those of you that are watching, this is the mom that you see on the indoor cam on the main video. Here we go.
Mom and Willis.
Derek, can we spend some time talking about Susan Willis here?
Hello.
And her contribution.
Is it back on?
Yeah, it's on right now.
Okay.
No, keep wait. No, you're on. You're on.
Yeah, you are on the feed, Susan.
Hi, Mama Dubs.
Feed.
You're on the
Hi,
feed.
Dano.
Close enough.
Mama Willis, can I have a cheeseburger, please?
Yeah. Yes, of course you can have a cheeseburger, Dano.
Yay!
I am still very impressed by the amount of metal that Robbie Rob has. I never realized you had that many fingers to adore him with all those rings.
I haven't filled them all.
Hey Beth, I don't know if your mom can hear me very well.
Yes, I can.
So if you could
Yes,
all right. What is your favorite roofball moment?
My favorite of all times?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I think I came home from school. I was a teacher and I came home from school one day and I was in the kitchen and all of a sudden I heard this thump, 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 and I couldn't figure out what it was. And I finally figured out it was something outside and I went outside and I don't remember, Dano, it could have been you, it could have been Neater, it could have been a number of people, but whomever it was throwing the football up on the roof. And I said, "What are you doing?" And the person's response was, "I'm getting in practice for the next tournament." It was a very strange occurrence at my house, but I think that was my favorite of all time. Was just knowing that people were coming to the house to practice.
All right.
Hey, Mom, Germany says hi.
Germany says hi?
Yeah, MEZ from Germany wanted to say hi to you.
Well, thank you. Hi back. I'm really loving this. This is quite fun. This is reliving great memories and hot dog, hamburger, cheeseburger, and just a number of things.
Don't forget your deviled eggs.
That's true.
Oh,
There you go.
Thanks. I forgot about the deviled eggs.
That's the pregame or postgame if you end early.
Yeah.
And wheeling the old barbecue around front so that it could be on the sidewalk, blocking the sidewalk.
Oh, yeah.
I will tell you one other thing that it was funny. I was getting the house re-roofed a number of years ago, and there was a person up on the roof looking down, And this person had no idea who I was, and no idea where this was coming. And he very, very, very quietly came down off the ladder and looked at me and said, I have a very strange question to ask. And I said, what is it? He said, is this the roof ball house? And this was back when Adam was broadcasting the tournaments. And apparently this person had been up late at night one night and had just been channel surfing and came across one of the tournaments and knew the roof well enough that he asked if it was in fact the house. Nice. So that was another great memory.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go, and we're gonna finish the stream. All right.
Good to see everybody. Sending love and hugs.
Send Mark and say hi too.
Love you, Mom.
Bye.
All right, and as a reminder, this next tournament, March 18th, is the World Championships. And if you win the World Championships, you get to hoist the Susan J. Willis Memorial Trophy. Now it's called Memorial. She's still around, everybody. and we'll be there on March 18th for you. So looking forward to that. All right. Adam.
Yeah.
Beth, anything you'd like to say to your mom?
Well, I mean, thank you for letting us beat up your house for 25 years with really no give back. I mean, I was watching one of the very early tournaments the other day, and it really was concerning how different the sound was that a ping made then than now. So far, no damage to the house. Apparently, they cannot be undone. But thank you for allowing us to do that, and for hosting, and for encouraging, and for mainly for letting us use your house and destroy it for.
Awesome. Well, Adam, getting back to when you were talking as kind of the future of roof ball, one thing I did want to mention is in an attempt to provide as much production quality as we can on this next tournament or in future tournaments, we are working with professional production companies. That does cost money. And obviously the roof ball operating budget, I'm told, is $0. It's probably actually negative money. So we are looking at starting a Kickstarter. So look out for that information. Later this week, we'll put up some posts about it when it's live. And, if we hit our goals, great. Then we'll have professionals helping us out. And if we don't, we'll figure out another way to get the tournaments out. But from here on out, I think we have much more commitment to putting these back on video. And over the last few weeks, we've scrounged up some video that has yet to see the light of day in between 2008, 2009, and now. So look forward to new old content coming out on the channel. I think we're getting to the point. I'll ask a couple other questions before we throw this one over the roof, as it were. And we'll see if anybody else has any good comments on the live stream. Not to say
there's some good
I
stuff.
haven't read or bad. There, I just ostracized everybody. Dano, I gotta say, this isn't a question. So when I played roof ball, I played my first roof ball tournament, 2000 U.S. Open, and I played it and I did well. I won, and I was very happy with myself. And then at that point, I started digging into all the roof ball stats. And again, we hope to update the website with statistics for all the nerds out there. And the one thing I came across was, who the hell is Dan O'Reilly? Because you weren't in that tournament. And how is he won this 6 times? And that was my goal. My goal is to win 6. And the day that I did that, I was very happy. So thank you for being the Babe Ruth and setting me up there.
So you're Barry Bonds.
To have a goal. I do a lot of steroids. All right. Let's see. Rob, what do you hope to accomplish from a roof ball perspective, thinking about goals, over the next, let's say, 6 tournaments, next 2 years worth of tournaments?
I would love to be able to sneak one more championship in there before the world starts playing and completely rules me out, much like Dano said he got into it before the real athletes. I think my first tournament win was against Steve Stupi, who actually was a quarterback, high school quarterback. So I was pretty proud about that. The fact that he had a really bad day helped me out. I think that championship round was very low scoring, and I just was like, okay, here it is. So I would love to sneak in one more. But just being able to make it to some of the tournaments and to do color commentary again, even if it's for 10 minutes, just to jump in and be a goofball and again do my best Pepper Brooks impression. That's it. I just want to go out there and have fun like we've always had, and not I don't I want that spirit to stay with it the entire time. It's just a bunch of awesome people in a front yard chucking a ball at a pole on a roof and having a good time doing it. So that's what I want to get out of it.
Awesome. Now, is part of that good time Bartles and James?
Absolutely. So I got to credit Matt Gibson with Bartles and James. He was the one that originally discovered it, and I had to take that on the next term. I was like, man, Matt did pretty well, and that seems kind of tasty. So Bartles and James, and then I think Fruity Pebbles or Cocoa Puffs or something. You know, honestly, whatever breakfast I have is the breakfast of champions. So just whatever we feel like eating that day, but anything that has some sort of little bite to it. Liquid courage. It helps out a lot.
Understood, sir. All right, Beth, we're getting a lot of comments here. Not only do people want to see you play, they want to get back to the days of sideline reporting. Are you up for it?
Yes, very much so. Yeah, I'm totally down to sideline report. In fact, I say I'm more down to sideline report than I am to play at this point. But I'm probably going to play. I got to play at least one more time. So you will see me in the field at the Worlds.
Fair enough. I always thought you did a great job of talking to winners and losers very appropriately. It always made me feel not so bad walking away. So appreciate that. And then Adam, there's a question on here. When was the last tournament did we play? What was that?
the 2022 U.S. Open that you won? Is that the one you're talking about?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Sorry, I just had to get that in there real quick. All right. Any parting words as we wrap this up from
I just wanted to do a little rapid fire answer to some of these recent questions because I can do them nice and quick.
Somebody did volunteer a Volvo, by the way.
There you go. Everyone from the World Championships, as far as I know, is alive. There have been 2 other houses, and someone asked about the structure. So we basically take a piece of plywood and put some shingles on it, and it's about 2 feet square, and then some PVC pipe at an angle on the ground. So when you put that panel up on the roof, it becomes the pole. So a couple pieces of PVC pipe, and we actually got a little natural gas vent that we fitted to the top. And that device is going to Texas with Christian Verkest, one of our recent champions. And so that will be down there. We're going to build some more. And I'm hoping to put a video up of construction of one of those. So anyone out there who wants to play roof ball but doesn't want to destroy their house will have that option. Someone says, Dano the Goatee seemed overrated like Brady. Well, first of all, Brady's got 7 Super Bowls. I don't know how overrated you can be. Second of all, no, Dano's not overrated. I want him back because I want to see more Dano versus Derek battles. And by the way, shout out to Casey Campbell if he's out there, who's maybe the unsung of the 3 great champions. He's got 8, I think, and he kind of, when he shows up, he dominates and he goes away. It's kind of a crazy thing. The Volvo is gone. Yes, the Volvo's officially gone. There's one other key one I want to throw in there. Buddy will be there.
Will Buddy be around? Is he still around? Buddy's very much around.
Oh yeah,
very much around. But in addition to physical appearance, he is still living in the neighborhood, and his house has hosted a couple of the tournaments, and he will be involved as much as schedule allows. But he's still very much here.
And I'm working on the merch. I'll get that info out in some format as soon as possible.
All righty. Anything?
If I can throw
anything else we'd like to discuss?
Yeah,
Dan, Rob, Beth.
Oh, sure.
What's that?
Anything else we want to shout out before we hang up?
Sounded like Adam had something.
I do. I just wanted my specific roof ball playing memory was the 2007 World Championships. As you will see with some videos that have come out, I was kind of snake bit in finals for a while. I threw some clutch pings that turned into disasters based on the bounces and stuff like that. And I'd never won the World Championship despite always wanted to. And in 07, I finally did, and it took. I got a stroke of luck and a ball bounced up and around in the 10th inning and beat poor Ruben Shug, who was 0 for 4 in finals, and that was his first loss. And then Dano gave me the big trophy in the backyard, and that finally winning the World Championship. It was one of those moments where I was like, I could just stop now. Fortunately, I waited long enough that the RFA Cup became a thing, and I've never won that, so that keeps me going. But that moment for roof ball playing, that was my favorite. That's all.
We hadn't mentioned, by the way, the cow.
Yeah.
It might be behoove us to explain at least the cow
Go
to
for it,
the.
Beth. Go for it.
Oh, well, I mean, I've never won one. I mean, I think the only cow winner here is Derek, right?
There's only 2 ever, and yeah, he's won it.
Yeah,
Have you won it
Derek, you want to
twice, Derek?
explain the cow?
Yeah, so the cow stands for Cup, Open, and World, the 3 tournaments that we've been playing in. One of those other goals I had besides matching Dano was to win all 3, since at that point nobody had done it. And I did twice. And coming March 18th, I'll win it for a 3rd time. So that's that. Any questions?
Yes. When do I get to?
Well, you have an opportunity this summer,
That's
but
true.
good luck.
I just want to say that I appreciate Adam asking Derek to host it so that we got to talk about our accolades before, like, this guy's won a bajillion championships. He's one of the only 2 cow winners, and he's hey, you're the one that's going to ask the questions. You're not going to talk about yourself. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate you doing that for us.
You
for
bet.
me.
You bet.
All right. Well, Dano, any parting words?
No, I don't. I mean, I miss y'all. It's been great just kind of seeing this, kind of seeing this rebirth and this rejuvenation of Roofball. I look at, that this is one of the things that I can, when I look back and I look at the kind of the history of what we've gone through and seeing like how much time, effort, money that, that Adam and the Wills family in general has put into Roofball. And then knowing that it's it's gone viral and that it's trending and that there's genuine interest. This isn't just a flash in the pan. I couldn't be more happy, for Adam and for and for the kind of the state and the sport of Roofball here. So I'm excited to see where it's going. I'm glad, I'm happy to have been able to participate when I did. Love to be able to do what I can to sanction some tournaments down here, sign autographs, kiss babies, post a bunch of overs because I'm not I'm not the athlete I once was when it comes to that. So it's just been great. It's definitely been a fun trip down memory lane over the last few weeks, and that's kind of where I'm at with that.
Awesome. I forgot I have a Dan O'Reilly autograph on a Roofball card. Yes, Roofball cards. We'll talk about that some other point in time. But yeah,
I think one other thing I wanted to say is that when we talk about favorite Roofball moments, I remember. So I guess it must have been 2000. Well, yeah, it would have been 2008. Signing up for Facebook for the very first time. My very first Facebook page profile was me taking a drink out of the Susan J. Willis Memorial Trophy. And then being able to say and everyone associate with that best profile pic ever, And that was the very first one, and I've been looking for it to try to revitalize it to hey, this is the kind of the rebirth of Roofball here, and that's the sideburns are there, all that good stuff. So
I think we can get a screen grab of that for you, Dana.
You don't need to. It's all right.
All right, everybody. We'll wrap that up. So just a couple of reminders. Next tournament. Yes, we're still playing Roofball. It still happens. March 18th this year. So literally 20 days away,
3 weeks.
Which is probably causing some heartburn for Adam there as we try to figure out how to get that out. Major heartburn. Headaches. He's got migraines. Be nice to the guy. We're trying to figure out the best way to get that out. Again, we're going to try to do it as professionally as possible. If you want to contribute, that would be awesome. If you have any other ideas or folks who would like to sponsor, Roofball may, play its way into the roofing industry. I would say any breweries, there's a lot of opportunities here. Anybody want to sponsor the hot dogs? We can do that. If you are interested in more information, or if you just have questions, you can hit us up at RFA Roofball, so Roofball Federation of America, roofball at Gmail. You can go to roofball.org, and there is a contact us form. We just started up an Instagram channel, and we're trying to figure out how to log back into our Twitter channel, which hasn't been active since November 8th, 2017, which, Rob, by the way, the last picture we ever posted is you hosting the trophy. So maybe we don't want to change that. But we're trying to get access back to that. But, dealing with Twitter is fun as always. All right. So I only have one more request from everybody on this call. And this is how we're going to wrap this up, okay? I think you all know what I want. Let's give me a little yay roof ball. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yay,
Yay,
Oh!
Appreciate everybody listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe because that's what you do on YouTube. Have a good one.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Adam.
Thank you.